Today, I've been hired to take the Jordan-less Chicago Bulls all the way back to the NBA Finals to create a new dynasty. Here's the thing though, I only have 1,000 days. No Jordan, Derrick Rose isn't set to arrive for another decade. In the offseason, the Chicago Bulls would draft Jay Williams with a second overall pick. In real life, nothing happened with this pick. Jay Williams wouldn't be in the league for very long, but today injuries do not exist. He will never leave the Chicago Bulls team because my only goal is to make sure that he stays and we win an NBA championship. Everyone else, it's time to start the fire sale. We're going to keep Tyson Chandler for the first season along with Jamal Crawford, but Daniel Marshall, Jalen Rose, goodbye. With that, Sharif Abdur-Rahim will be joining our team. We're sending away Jalen Rose, and Daniel Marshall will also get Theo Ratliff. He's a little bit older, a long contract. We might look to move him next season or in the offseason. Theo will most likely come off the bench. I do want to start Tyson Chandler. He's young. He might be the future of this team. Who knows? We're going to ship off Marcus Fisher and Eddie Robinson for Steve Smith and a first-round pick. Steve Smith is a little bit older. He'll probably retire in a few years, but his contract runs out and we get a first out of it. It's also the San Antonio Spurs, so who knows if this first is going to be worth anything. They're a pretty good franchise. And the team is looking rough, don't get me wrong, but this is where we're going to end the first season. That's right, because if you don't know this draft, okay, it has LeBron, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony. We also have Fred Hoiberg on the team. He's going to help coach us a little bit early. I know he's a player, but player coaches exist. Shout out to Udonis Haslem. And we are just going to start the tank off right. Yes, this first season, we're probably going to be pretty garbage. Or knowing 2K, we're going to be mediocre and the game's going to shock me and make this rebuild even more difficult without a top pick. But you never know. So far, we're the 11th seed in the East. The computer just offered me Steve Smith and this year's second-round pick for a future first in Kyle Barnes. I'm going to go ahead and do it. It lets us stack up more first-round picks, and Kyle Barnes is also an expiring deal. Also, we are currently 6-14, so we don't really need any veterans on the team. All right, we just need to learn how to hoop slowly but surely this season. Listen, I understand the dude is an NBA player and all that, but how are you going to be a 72 overall and say you're heated with the team? You're probably not even getting playing minutes. Why are you complaining so much? Both him and Theo Ratliff are pretty pissed off, so I am going to try to move them right now. Tyson Chandler is pissed off, but he has a 3-year contract and he's young, so guess what, bucko? I don't care. You're staying on the squad. You know what? I feel like Jason Williams is the perfect playmaker for this team. Christian Laettner, hey, he's cool. All right, he played on the dream team. I guess he can hang out in Chicago. We're going to give them a 2007 first-round pick. Can't even draft with that pick. That is not 1,000 days from now. That's like 1,836 days from now, and we are not going to be having the job still. All right, it's a 3-year trial period. 1,000 days equals 3 years. You guys hopefully can do math. Also, screw this guy for going and playing in Washington. All right, I understand they got cool jerseys. Blue and gold's a nice little colorway, but you're supposed to retire in Chicago. It's disgusting that he played anywhere else. So Eddy Curry is kind of mad at us, and he also says he doesn't think he'll be back in Chicago. I don't know what his issue is, but we're going to get a 2003 first-round pick from the Detroit Pistons. And if you don't remember, you don't know, they kind of drafted that Carmelo Anthony. Psych, they got Darko. I don't know why they got Darko. They should have drafted Carmelo. But the reason I bring up Carmelo is because hopefully I can draft Carmelo with that pick, or our pick, because both teams are pretty bad, I'm not going to lie. Kobe Bryant is your MVP, averaging 38 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists with 2.6 steals. Yao Ming, Rookie of the Year, with 15 points, 13 rebounds, and 3 blocks a game. Bobby Jackson, 6th Man of the Year, averaging 16, 3, and 4. Ben Wallace, your Defensive Player of the Year, with 19 rebounds a game and 4 blocks, but only 4 points. That's crazy. Ricky Davis is your Most Improved Player. Who needs LeBron James? You got Ricky Davis, 26 and 4, 5, 1, and no blocks. He did not do great. Greg Popovich, Coach of the Year, 60 and 22. Good for them. No Chicago Bulls made an All-NBA team. I feel like we should kind of expect that because we were trash. Jay Williams led the team in points with 21 a game. Sharif averaged 9 rebounds, leading the team with that. But right next to him was Tyson Chandler. So they're both, you know, getting busy on the boards. Jason Williams led the team in assists with 9. Right behind him, another Jay Williams. Quite literally Jay Williams, but like the initials Jay Williams. You get the idea. And Jay Williams led us in steals. Oh, and Tyson Chandler averaged 3 blocks a game, which is kind of crazy. Good for him. We didn't make the playoffs. A little under 365 days have passed. The Lakers are your NBA champions. Shaq is your finals MVP, averaging 32, 13, and 3 blocks a game. Him and Kobe get a ring. The Raptors lose in 6. Don't know how they got to the finals, but that's cool. Oh my god, Jordan led the Wizards to the conference finals. That's messed up. Shout out to Katniss Everdeen, but the odds are looking to be in our favor. That's right, we have 22% chance of getting the first overall pick. Top 3 picks right here. The Miami Heat, they bumped up just 2 seconds. We got the 3rd overall pick. Okay, this is good though, because that means Dwayne Wade or Carmelo Anthony we're most likely going to to be there. The Heat move all the way up to 1, so LeBron's going to start his career in South Beach a little early. It's time for the biggest draft in NBA history, the 2003 draft. Argue with me all you want. LeBron James goes number 1 to the Miami Heat. The Atlanta Hawks, who are you guys going to be taking? They take Carmelo Anthony, which means Dwayne Wade is coming home. I've said in previous videos it's really weird to see Dwayne Wade anywhere other than Miami, especially when he went and played for Cleveland and Chicago and realized, screw that, this is goddamn 2K. Dwayne Wade, welcome to the Chicago Bulls. And with the 12th overall pick, we are going to go ahead and draft none other than Captain Kirk Heinrich. I think he's going to be a great addition to this team, and that caps it off for this draft. We don't have a lot of money for the team, and most of our roster spots are already filled up, so I'm going to sign some veterans, some bums, some guys who won't get any playing time, and we will be right back with Season 2. First off, season is finished, and this is what the squad is looking like. Our starting point guard, Jay Williams, followed by Jamal Crawford, Dwayne Wade, Sharif Abdur, and Tyson Chandler. Our bench, Jason Williams, Christian Laettner, Steve Smith, Kirk Heinrich, and Todd McCulloch. I would say this is a very solid 10-man rotation. Do I think we win a championship or even make it as a high seed in the playoffs? No. But I think this is a good team and definitely a nice little stepping stone into the next season and the final season where hopefully we will win an NBA championship. If not, then I am going to be really, really sad because my resume is going to look like trash if I can't win a championship with the Bulls. There's something wrong with me. But then again, they haven't won a championship since the 90s, so it's not just me who's struggling to get rings for them. We're about 20 games into the season. We are the worst team in the Eastern Conference, and Jamal Crawford has officially requested a trade. He has spent enough time with the Bulls. It's time for him to move on, and I'm going to honor his wish, so we're going to try to trade him away. We're going to send him and a future first-round pick to the Pacers for Corey Maggette and Fred Jones. Hopefully this goes through. No, they have a counter offer. We get Crosshair. They get... You know what? I like that. Welcome to the team, Crosshair. Goodbye, Christian. We're going to bolster the team even more now. Jason Williams, Steve Smith, and a top 10 protected first-round pick for this year for Matt Harping and Jamal Magloire. Here's the thing. Tyson Chandler is also pretty pissed off at us, and I don't know if I should trade him or keep him, or I don't know what to do. So the trade deadline is very, very close here in the second season, and I've decided it is time to move on from the Tyson Chandler experiment. So the first move of a few that I'm going to make right now is Matt Harping and Austin Crosshair. You're only going to be here for a little bit because we are going to be getting Zebo in return and Midget Man himself, Mighty Mouse Damon Stoudemire. And now we are sending Tyson Chandler, Mighty Mouse, and a second-round pick to the Utah Jazz. I'm kidding, guys. You really think I would trade for Karl Malone? I'm not that sick in the head, you sickos. I haven't decided on who I want to take yet. There's a lot of really good offers here. This is the one I'm eyeing, and it's going to sound really crazy, but I want to get Antoine Walker and move him to the small forward position. I'm also debating this Antoine Jameson and Mike Dunleavy deal. That one's a pretty solid one. Rashard Lewis and Gary Payton would be nice. We don't really have a backup point guard right now. I'm going to start Jay Williams no matter who I get. I don't care that it's Gary Payton. I'm still going to start Jay Will. But I think that might be the trade. I think we're going to go get Rashard and one of the greatest defensive players of all time, not named Marcus Smart, Gary Payton. Welcome to the team. I just sent Tyson Chandler all the way to Seattle. They're not even going to be a team in a few years, so sucks to suck, buddy. After all of those moves, the final lineup for Season 2 looks like this. Jay Williams, Dwayne Wade, Rashard Lewis, Sharif Abdur-Rahim, and Zach Randolph are our starting five. The bench is led by veteran point guard Gary Payton, Corey Maggette, Jamal Magloire, Kirk Heinrich, and Todd is no longer getting minutes. It's a sad, sad day in Bulls land. We're 19-23. We are the 9th seed. We're trying to sneak our way into playoffs. We made a lot of big moves, and we have a lot of great young talent, so if this team don't win a championship next year, I would be shocked. This year, we might even have a chance. Kobe wins back-to-back MVPs, 36 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals. Rookie of the Year goes to LeBron James for the Miami Heat, 27, 7, 7, 2, and 3. Yeah, those are some pretty LeBron-esque numbers. That's crazy. He's hooping. Mar Odom is your 6th man of the year for the Memphis Grizzlies. Kind of weird to see him over there, but shout out to him. Ben Wallace, defensive player, once again, 14 rebounds and 4 blocks. Rip Hamilton is your most improved player, averaging 30 points for the Detroit Pistons. That's crazy. Phil Jackson, coach of the year. Beautiful mustache, may I add. He low-key reminds me of Colonel Sanders. I'm sure that's been said before, but I'm saying it now. Tim Duncan is on the Pacers? Are you kidding me, 2K? That's disgusting. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. We gotta just keep moving on. See if there's anything else that's a little too wild. So far, nothing. Dwayne Wade, rookie year, all defensive first team. Way to go. Dude, the Rook had some pretty good numbers. 19 points, 7 assists, 3 blocks as a guard is crazy. He also has 2 steals a game. Good for him. Anybody else that's a Chicago Bull you hear? Dwayne Wade, all rookie first team. That makes a lot of sense. We snuck in as a 3rd seed. That's right. We went on a crazy playoff push. And now we are taking on a crazy deadly sharpshooting combo in Michael Redd and Ray Allen. But you know what? Dwayne Wade is kind of known for hooping in the playoffs. And I know he's a rookie, so I don't want to put that pressure on him, but I feel like he can lead us at least to the 2nd round against a 6th seed. Maybe not. We're down 3. Wow, we lost him. Oh my god. Oh, it's just like last time. If you guys don't remember, the first time I was hired as an NBA GM for 1,000 days, the Sacramento Kings also lost in some embarrassing fashion. I'm not going to explain the whole thing, but if you want to go check it out and see me be a GM and be a little bit more successful, go pape that video. Also, if you're still watching this and you haven't already, like, subscribe, YouTuber things, that'd be appreciated. The Lakers win the NBA championship in 7 against the Pistons. Kobe is your finals MVP. Him and Shaq are going crazy in this sim, and they would go even crazier for you if you liked and subscribed to the Little Codeine YouTube channel. That was so bad. That was... Oh, John Stockton got a ring before he retired. Good for him. Hakeem, I'm going to make you stay one more season. You'll be 42. I hate Karl Malone, so he can go ahead and retire. All of these other guys, Michael Jordan, goodbye. So Pippen and Mike, both in the same year. Oh, that's kind of cool. A little special, kind of romantic. Who knows? Maybe they're lovers. Maybe that's why Scottie Pippen talks so much trash in the current day. Like, it's 2023, and that man still thinks about Jordan on the daily. But then again, isn't Jordan's kid boating his ex-wife? That explains a lot, honestly. I don't blame him. I'm sorry, Scotty. I didn't mean to, bring up a rough subject, as we have a picture of you, Mike, and Dennis. How sweet. So the Milwaukee Bucks got the 1st overall pick, thanks to the Atlanta Hawks, which means the team we just lost to in the 1st round as a 3rd seed is going to be getting even better. Because if you don't know, Dwight Howard is in this upcoming draft, along with the GOAT, Billy Miller. He's not a real guy, and neither is Randolph Drew. I don't know why 2K put in 2 superstar level centers to compete with Dwight. I'm going to go export their DNAs to use for a fictional custom draft class that I'll be debuting in a future video, and then I'll fix it and remove them, because Dwight Howard should be the only hooper center in this entire draft class. Zach Randolph is salty about losing in the 1st round. He said that this is not a good fit. He's going to play somewhere else next season. I have to trade you for that to happen, bucko, so who knows? Oh, also the expansion draft is about to happen. That's right, the Charlotte Bobcats are now in the NBA. Fred Jones, our guy Fred Jones, was the 1st overall pick, followed by Christian Laettner, a guy who used to play for us as well. That's kind of funny. This team is pretty awful. I'm not gonna lie, I feel bad for them. Derek Coleman, Carlos Delfino, Scott Padgett. Yeah, no, that team is not winning more than maybe 6 games. The Milwaukee Bucks are trading their 1st overall pick. Holy shit, I can't believe that's I've never seen that happen in 2K. They're trading it for what? Jamal Mashburn and PJ Brown. Yo, that is, I'm sorry, this is the craziest moment I've seen in 2K. A team trading their 1st overall pick does not happen in simulation almost ever. Dwight Howard is now a Charlotte Hornet. Well, a New Orleans Hornet, but one day Charlotte Hornet. What the hell? Does this mean he's going to be teaming up with Chris Paul? Because that's a crazy duo. I don't even know if he's still on the team. What? This is a good thing I jumped into the draft, because I almost didn't jump into the draft. This team does not have Chris Paul. It has David Wesley. Okay, awesome. Yep, this team's going to be trash. Dwight Howard, I hope you have fun in New Orleans. The fact that this is possible is crazy. I can trade away Gary Payton for Devin Harris, who the Bobcats just picked up. I'm looking to move him, by the way, because Jay Williams is a free agent, and we don't have the money to sign him. Kind of need him on the team. I'm going to get Joe Smith in this 1st round pick, see how much more money we need, but the pick will definitely help. Joe Smith and Todd are taking up way too much cap space, so we're going to go ahead and get Jaron Collins in a 1st round pick from the Utah Jazz. And I think because it's going to be really hard to rebuild the team after trading away a lot of these contracts, I'm going to just keep picking up 1st round picks and guys who are okay, and then flip the guys for picks. So it's going to be a lot of really annoying and boring gameplay that you're about to get right here, but I'm going to make my way up, and we are going to get some picks and some good players, and we're going to bring back Jay Williams. Do we have enough money for our guy? And we do. Now, see, I could go for someone a little bit better than Jay Williams. Steve Nash is here. Tony Parker is possible. Is KG possible? If I've freed up a little bit more cap space, yes he is. But the challenge was to keep Jay Williams at all times. Now we have a few small forwards that we're going to have to put on the team. I'm going to go ahead and get this guy Raja Bell. Everyone knows Raja Bell. The team kind of fell apart this season, all just to get Jay Williams, which is a little unfortunate, but Dwayne Wade is still here. Sharif is still here. The squad is looking good. I'm going to be making a lot of moves this season, though, because our bench is atrocious. You saw all those first-round picks earlier. We're going to start using those and getting ourselves a championship roster. As you can see, a lot of the trades I'm about to make are going to be really boring. No one cares to see me trade for Kendall Gill in a second rounder. So I'm going to do all the boring trades, go over them with you really quickly afterwards, and then we'll keep going and making some blockbusters. Already, those first-round picks are helping us because we could go get Stromile Swift, a nice 80 overall power forward. He's pretty young and has a nasty dynamic duo with Akeem Warwick in my team. I don't know if anyone still plays that besides me, but let me know if you do. We could also get PJ Brown. I'm not really feeling PJ Brown at the moment, so I think we're going to go ahead and get our guy Stromile Swift. Welcome to the team. Goodbye first-round pick. We also picked up another power forward just a little bit ago in Vladimir Radmanovic. We've just been kind of trading our low 70s and 60 overalls and some picks to get some more picks or some higher overall guys, so that's how Vladimir's here. And we're just going to keep on going. I'm not happy with this team quite yet. I'm going to keep Brian Scalabrine, though, because they changed his face scan, and just because of that, I want to keep him on the team to get a ring. Ryan Bowen, Calvin Booth, second-round pick, Eric Dampierre, and a first-round pick. Yes, sir. Welcome to the team. We got a lot of big men, a lot of centers. Zach Randolph said he didn't want to be here. Let's see what we can package him for. There's some really good options here. Ricky Davis is averaging like 27 points a game. I'm trading for him. I don't care. Welcome to the squad. Him and D Wade are going to be one hell of a crazy duo. Ricky Davis is going to get moved to that small forward position. He's going to play next to Dwayne Wade. Jay Williams, our starting point guard. We're going to be shipping off Vladimir and Lamond Murray to the New York Knicks for Kurt Thomas. He's older, but he's a veteran. He's been putting up some solid numbers over the past few years. He would become our new starting center. Our team is looking kind of scarce. We don't have a lot of players on it, so I got to sign free agents and start trading them away as well. The Chicago Bulls don't have enough money to really sign anybody in free agency, so I gave up trying. So here's the lineup. We got Jay Williams, Dwayne Wade, Ricky Davis, Sharif, and Kurt Thomas. And then off the bench, we're running Stromile Swift and Kirk Heinrich. Yep, that's right. We're running a 7-man rotation. Sorry, don't care about anybody else on the team. LeBron James wins MVP in the 3rd season. I wish we would have got that first overall pick, man, but instead, he's hanging out in South Beach. Devin Harris, Rookie of the Year, is crazy. I guess it makes sense given his team is god-awful, but Dwight Howard still exists. Lamar Odom, 6th Man of the Year. Ben Wallace, Defensive Player of the Year. And Carlos Delfino, Most Improved. Imagine a universe where Carlos Delfino is averaging 20 a game. That's insanity. George Karl, Coach of the... I hate him. I hate him. He's so ugly. He looks like one of the troll dolls from that troll movie where it has that one song by, I think, like Maroon 5 or something. Either way, that's what he reminds me of. Chicago Bulls. Anybody on a first, third, second team? We got a third teamer right here. Dwayne Wade, what's up? 23 points, 5 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals, and 3 blocks a game. Still kind of crazy. I round up, so technically it's 2.7 if you want to get technical. But here we go. We already won the first game against the Detroit Pistons. Can we make it past the first round this time? And look who's in the #1 seed spot right there. That's right, the Milwaukee Bucks, the same exact team who beat us last year, have returned. I mean, hey, I questioned them when they traded away the first overall pick, but it was a good decision. Even if we beat the Milwaukee Bucks, we're still probably going to have to play LeBron James in the Eastern Conference Finals, which is no easy feat. I know he's young. I know it's just the beginning of his career, but he's still a hooper. And although we beat the Bucks in 6, we get our revenge. I'm not happy quite yet because our biggest challenge we shall face is, well, LeBron James, the guy we could have drafted a few years ago. Team that also drafted Dwayne Wade in real life. Alonzo Mourning, Caron Butler, LeBron James, Eddie Jones, Andre Miller. I think that's a very solid roster. Is it solid enough to take us down? Well, yeah, I mean, it's possible. They win 1 game, they win 2 games, they tie up the series, but we take the lead and we move on to the NBA Finals in 6. Every single series has been pretty solid. We move on. Jay Williams had 26 in that last game. We beat LeBron, and it looks like we're going to be going up against that guy. It comes full circle, man. This whole video has been kind of wild. Corey Maggette used to play for the Chicago Bulls, and now we're facing him in the NBA Finals. He's kind of the leader of this team, I would assume. Maybe it's Josh Childress. Maybe it's Dwight Howard, who just got drafted. Who knows? Their point guard is a 71, and their shooting guard is a 76. Dwayne Wade should average 40. Jay Williams should have like 30 assists every single game. This is an easy NBA championship cakewalk. Give us the ring. We swept in the finals after a wild first 2 seasons. Jay Williams, the guy we blew up the entire team to get, and then we kind of rebuilt the team just to get him a ring. He wins finals MVP. Very deserved. 20 points, 5.5 rebounds, 10 assists, and 2 steals. I did it. I won a championship in under 1,000 days with the Chicago Bulls. Let me know which team should hire me next. I have one more deal possible. Appreciate you guys watching. Like, subscribe. Shout out Jay Williams. Peace.